is still October 29th, 2023. It's about 8:30, 8:20, 8:30 at night. Oh, this afternoon, after I did that last speech, okay? When got my client, we went out to eat. And then we went to Target. Some kids came up to me and said, Karen Swell, we listen to you. Victims do matter. Okay? Some idiot women for that retired Judge B, the sexual predator. Could you imagine they're trying to say he's a sexual predator? Honey, are you such a dumbass? You're on crack, right? You can't be hired to be a stalker. You can't watch somebody with button cameras and stalk them, honey. You can't be hired to be a sexual predator. You can't tape that person naked in the shower and then dispense it. That makes you a sexual predator. You cannot tape them in bed and sell it on porn sites and share it. You cannot tape little kids going potty and sell it too. That makes you a child molester, you fucking dumb bitches. Huh? He's a human trafficker. Realize that he's in it with the human traffickers, like the one in Florida that got 20 years. He's scamming people. Let alone break in and stab that woman with a date rape drug. Lie you have true serum reports. Huh? You're roofing her and you're beating her, raping her, and she's waking up, throwing up, migraine headache, almost passing out, severe swollen personal infection. Huh? And bruises she can't explain, and her muscles hurt everywhere where those bruises are. You don't think he's a sexual predator and a serial rapist for doing that? Are you really brain dead? All of you are. Huh? You're brain dead, right? You're brain dead. You don't have one brain cell in your head. Of course he's a sexual predator. Huh? He's in it with the drug cartel. You're really fucking stupid, right? You're a fucking moron, right? You don't think he's a sexual predator? Because they've called him a sexual predator in Alliance, and they've called him a serial rapist in other towns? Because that's what he is. He's retired with no authority. My ex-husband was married to me at the time and was dating his daughter, and he's in it with the drug cartel. And they ran a big sextortion scheme on me. Breaking in, stalking me. Dave said he hired Pete on his own. There was no court order. Huh? There was no court order. It was Pete. He hired Pete himself. His girlfriend's dad and drug friends. To frame me. Photoshop washing scenes I've heard. And drug me up with roofies so I'd be sleepwalking. Huh? And stalking tapes. And the people he was in it with are hackers. The fentanyl king is dark web malware. That means one of the professional hackers that can do anything. Like get my security cameras and erase a man walking towards my house disappeared. They even told people, no man talked to her. No, we used truth serum on her instead. And people are like, we don't drug people. Well, we do. To get the truth out of them. No, they drug them up and tell them to say something to frame them. You're really that fucking stupid. It's fucking moron town, right? Now, we're going to come down to this point. All right. In the beginning of the case, an old man walked up to me at Walmart in front of all the cops. For every idle word you tell on us, I'll turn it on you. I'm like, who are you? You tried to leave Dave, I'll list you a child molester. That was her whole plan. Okay? You work for Dave. He said, you know that bruise on your leg? And I'm like, yeah, and I've been throwing up that morning. I use sodium pentothal. It's a lethal outlaw drug. You lie under it. It's like he said he used anthrax on me. It shuts down your airway. Like the cops said, it wasn't funny they said that. It's attempted murder. Okay? You were wearing this one nightgown, you bent over him probably once, and they accidentally seen your butt and you had a life of pain for it. You tried to leave Dave Ellis, your child molester. That was her whole plan. Photoshopping and date rape drugging. People, teenage girls laughed at this and said, you gotta be kidding me. Their whole plan, if she didn't die, the whole plan was stocking tapes of photoshopping and washing and roofied confessions. You gotta be kidding me. And stocking tapes. They do need to find out who that old man was drugging her up before, though. Okay, well, I got away from that old man. I got home to a legally booked house, and I'm like, Dave, I always wore the grandma nightgown, underwear, and a house coat when the grandkids were over before. I know that. Leggings, sweater, and the house coat when the grandkids are over before. I know that. I said, besides the grandma nightgown down to my knees, and some laces, I replaced everything last year. It's my 50th birthday, and I treated myself. Okay? I know that. Okay? I said, years before this, I said we were video chatting. I had the grandma nightgown, underwear, and a house coat on, and you were helping me fix the DVD player, and I bent over the TV, and they went, oh, Grandma, what's on the back of your legs? Varicose veins. Here, hold Peppa while I get changed. And I said they only made fun of the back of my knees where my varicose veins were, and we were video chatting. I had that outfit on. He's like, I know you did. What's wrong with this? Okay? They changed it. I used to spend half the day that they would come up to me in front of the cops. We used sodium pentothal on you. You said this, you said that. And I'd walk away and I had bruises all over me. And the cops witnessed them through the cameras drugging me. And they were laughing that they were doing it before. Okay? And they started saying, we photoshopped a feminine wipey above the toilet in the other room to make you look weird. In front of the cops. While I was still in Ravenna. And they were telling them they were framing me. In Ravenna and laughing in my face. Now, we're going to put it down to this. Now, they admitted they drugged me and told me to say all kinds of crazy crap in front of the cops. I used to spend half the day finding people, that never happened, and they look at me like I was crazy. And debunk their lies. Because I never talked to anybody, and I only woke up with bruises. And if you think it's funny making fun of a victim of sexual predators, human traffickers, that are stalking me, photoshopping me, and drugging me up and telling me say something stupid so I'm sleepwalking, you're sleepwalking with date rape drugs. With no memory, and them beating and raping me and just leaving me where I'm waking up with throwing up, heart racing, headache, almost passing out, and a severe swollen personal infection. And I have not left my home, nor did I have anybody there. There was a lot of times I went out and worked in the yard or the back open wooded area, haul stuff to the front of the house, go and wash my hands, make something to eat and drink. I had a 2-liter Diet Coke, pour Diet Coke and make a sandwich, go and use the bathroom, wash my hands better, sit down, take a drink in the room and get dizzy. And it's like, whoa, did I work too hard? And it's fine till I took a drink out of that drink. And hours would pass, and then I'd wake up, and it's like I didn't remember hitting my arm or leg. And I'd be throwing up. I lost 18 pounds before I called the FBI. And after the FBI, I lost another 70. I was losing 5 to 6 pounds a week. I lived through a concentration camp in protected custody. Okay, people were also walking around me. That crazy Melissa better not be saying a word about her. I walk in and they were talking about some guy named Glenn helping pay for this. And they told him too bad they already caught those kids lying a long time ago. Thanksgiving 18. And before that, where Dave said, Karen, you got men around you. They want you. They don't want me. They were police and investigators. And if he wasn't around, there's usually a stalker they were chasing off. Hmm? Yeah. Well, everybody had men and women around her. They were trying to find out their involvement in this shit. Well, they found Melissa friends with Michelle. They told the kids to lie. I guess when I was fishing with Dave. Okay? I used to know the date. But because of the lie, I really didn't, Thanksgiving of 18, they got caught telling Flora they made everything up and they were games of pretend. They also said they wanted the house for Auntie Shaw and Papa, and Grandma needed to get out. And then later on to Flora. Flora ratted them out October 23rd, 2019, to a bunch of adults. Of course it never happened. Of course it wasn't true. We made it up. They were games of pretend. People were. We seen Flora laugh about that, but they are even out in North Canton. Even my clients' neighbors. We seen those kids laugh about that. Boy, were they making everything up. Uh-huh. They're documenting me jokes. I didn't know about it. Okay, the police came up to me. They'll come up and walk around me and say stuff, so I know. Okay? Melissa's so stupid she made everything up when you're fishing with Dave. She's actually that stupid. She didn't check where you were. I'm like, great. They're like, the first lie is she was in it with that drugger and kidnapper guy. The wrong nightgown butt lie. Okay? Then the second lie, they came upstairs, looked through a cracked bathroom door, and you're supposed to be weird with yourself. And I'm like, ew. Well, I debunked that one real quick. Tape Dave and John admitting that they took 2 bites out of their food and ran to the basement. And we walked outside, and when we went to go back inside, they left through the basement. They were only there for like an hour. Nobody came upstairs. There's a bathroom downstairs. The puppies were down there, a sectional couch, and a TV, and they were having pillow fights for an hour. And I was outside with everybody else. And who's being dirty when you look through a cracked bathroom door? Somebody's wiping their butt, and you could be putting yeast infection cream or anything. You're dirty when you're peeking Tom. And that's disgusting. And that never happened. And I debunked it real quick. The third lie, they'll make up something, call you a bad word. That's the only thing they would tell me. Fourth lie, they said you broke in a home, tied your arms and legs to a chair, knocked it over, kicked it over, and jumped out a window. They were telling that by Christmas of 18. I'm like, I'm 50. They do realize that I'd hurt myself. I'm 50. I'm 56 now. I was 51. They told people where Dave's caught with the shooters within a day or two of Christmas of 18. They tried to frame me for the gunshot night. They told people I shot up a home and killed someone. That's Dave. They actually killed 2. Okay? They said they killed 2 outside. They had to gut the other side of the duplex and burn everything in January. And those men never came back. They do need to investigate that. Because when I tried to get some lady help, I got tortured in July to September 19th. Said her husband died that night. So they need to find out what the fuck happened there. Okay? Alright. What else did they say? Oh, I was supposed to vandalize the church? All kinds of stuff. They called it fucking shit my family should be ashamed of. Documented mean jokes. They also called it, let's see, they called them fucking lying dirty little bastards. Some investigators were walking around me in Walmart. Why are those kids making everything up like that? Well, they're just trying to scare her into giving up the house. That's it. And he said, it makes me so mad. I found out and I talked to him. The only reason they didn't like her is because she told them to take 2 bites of food. And they were willing to lie on her like that because she told them to take 2 bites out of their food. And that's the only reason they don't like her. Because they'd ask for a big plate of food, like a man. And then they say, you can throw it away. It's like, you can take 2 bites out of it before I throw it away. And then look at my oldest son, John. You want to take it home? No, you can throw it away. Wasting all that food? Don't ask for it if you don't want it and then tell me to throw it away. That's rude. You can take 2 bites. My grandmother, you would have sat your little ass in that chair until you ate every bite. She had this thing. There's children in other countries starving. You'll be grateful for what you got on your plate if you have to eat it for your breakfast. You will learn not to take more than what you want. See, I was never that mean. If you take a whole bite of food, a plate of food, you need at least take 2 bites. You try the food. If you don't like it, you don't have to eat it. But you don't know if you don't like it if you don't try it. But if you ask for all this food and then you just go, you can throw it away. That's rude. That's rude. Very rude. Okay? All right. Now, they already know I'm drugged and framed in 18 in the beginning of 19 in stalking tapes. Dave told Danny he hired Pete on his own sexual predator, to drug and frame me. Why weren't they arrested? Illegal monitoring in somebody's home is peaking Tom tapes and voyeurism. You're listed as sexual predator. You take videos of somebody naked, altered or not. It's sex trafficking videos. It's 16 years. It's extortion. Andrew Arabic got 15 years. So why isn't Pete in jail immediately? Huh? They admitted they taped in the bathroom. They admitted they photoshopped the shower scene in the other room. It means they taped my grandkids going potty. They obtained and dispensed kitty porn. They admitted they sold me on porn sites. They admitted they broke in and drugged me, and they lied they had sodium pentothal reports and were date rape drugging me for fake confessions. That's kidnapping. And where I had the bruises, throwing up, heart racing, and severe infection, they were human trafficking me out of that house. Why weren't they arrested? Doesn't the FBI care about victims? Huh? Because like they said, the FBI made fun of her for being raped. The FBI made fun of her for being human trafficked. They did. On a recorded line and sold it. Today, girls walked in Walmart. We looked it up. Will did say that he had talked to those people. It's got ridiculous now. Oh, very much on a recorded line. He admits he talked to the Vegas. And with him mocking me about Pete, Dave hired Pete on his own. So, who did he talk to? Dave. And he repeated strangest lie. Do you know, some ladies walked around me today and they said that minister better be glad he's dead with what's going on. Okay, other ones walked in. Uh, we looked it up. No, they called the case Karen around the house or Karen's will. Karen's will's son got pushed to suicide. We looked it up. That minister pushed him to suicide. I know he did. And when other people, we looked it up. It's documented too. They were nailing Karen's mother's tires before she moved. I know that. I know that. So where did that agent think it was okay to bully a rape victim? Being scammed, and how could you feel sorry for the predators? How could you feel sorry for predators? I told you. Alright, we're gonna go through this. We're gonna go through the recorded line really quick. Okay. I call him. I tell him someone told on me the night before at that church. Dave told Danny he talked to that agent. Okay. Officers, Barberton and Norton Police verified. It was the agent that called me back after the hotline where they drugged me out for 3 days so I couldn't get out of bed. Okay. It was him. I tell him about the guy that threatened to knife me at Giant Eagle. Was there a camera by the bench? I don't know. You say you're lying or I'll put you in jail. I said he tried to kidnap me before. You liar. Terry let me tape her with her permission. She's seen him. She's seen him. He killed Lori's family member and had a bounty on his head. He was wanted. That's who he let go, a serial killer. You either say you're lying or I'll put you in jail. You hear me? I'll arrest you. Now you say you're lying or else fine, whatever. Now, you say you're faking you were sick before. I was really sick. Like people walked in, we all know it was a medication error we've been listening today. I know that. And it's not funny those people say anything about her. No, it's not. And how dare they want sympathy? How dare they want vengeance on a fucked up lie? on a fucked up lie a minister made up to cover up his son's adultery. Okay? He and I said I was really sick before. I have documents, scars all over me. It was a medication error. Everybody was walking around. There was nothing wrong with her, but her muscles locked up and everything was a medication error. Exactly. They looked it up. Yeah. The main cop of the case already been telling people. They told him the first month of the case. Okay? Yeah. It's a medication error. Almost killed me, medical malpractice. False diagnoses, wrong meds. The only thing that was wrong with me is my muscles locked up and they gave me a bunch of crappy medicine that almost killed me. And falsely diagnosed me across the board. Okay? So he tells me on a recorded line that he had been in contact with the Vegas and how bad I hurt them. And I devastated that family. And I needed to realize it. Now you say you're faking you were sick or I won't help you. You hear me? I was really sick. And he starts yelling at me, I won't help you, you hear me? Fine, whatever. Acting like a drunken cat. And an insane man yelling at a rape victim on a lie a minister made up. He, like those girls said, it's got ridiculous. He did say he met with them. Absolutely. Absolutely. Why would the FBI help a person like you? It's a sworn duty to defend every U.S. citizen against domestic and foreign terrorism and uphold the Constitution for every citizen. So why should he help me? Because that's his job. It's like they're going to kill me. So, like, murder's not good enough. They've tried to kill me. So, the guy yells out about the rapist that I don't know who they're talking about. Now, I want you to think. You're home alone. You're home alone. You wake up with a mark on you. You're throwing up. You're thinking, where on earth did I bang my leg? And your head's pounding. You think you got the flu real bad. You never had anybody in your home. And some sexual predator's been stalking you. He's watching you, selling videos of you on porn sites. He's planning on trying to extort money out of you. So he's photoshopping washing scenes, I heard, using feminine wipes above the toilet. Where you had that bruise and you were sick, he's broken and drugged you with a date rape drug and told you to say something stupid and you never talked to anybody. Huh? And then that happens again the next week. You got more marks on you. Now your personal area is all swollen and infected. I thought it's a well water eating my skin. I haven't went anywhere. You go to the doctor, I don't know what's wrong with me. And they treat the symptoms of being drugged, beat, and raped. You've never had anybody in your home. And the sexual predator is breaking in and they're getting human trafficked out of that house. And they're running a scam on you. A sextortion scam, a human trafficking scam. And the victim doesn't know what's happening to her because they're date rape drugging her. That's real funny for an agent to laugh at that, isn't it? Well, we could use Pete's tape. It's a shower scene done on purpose, May 26, 22 at noon. It's either the sheriff's in Akron, because there's a sheriff's department real close to where my clients is, or the Akron PD. Because they were over there talking, and Bueller's. They found a tape of them admitting they put the shower scene in the other room on purpose. And they found the tape of retired Judge Pete ordering everything to be drugged and photoshopped and made up on her. Okay. Like 2 weeks ago, up in Akron. Okay? See, any place can pull my case. FBI informant, the police watch me. They have been telling, like, the construction workers across the street, don't say a word to her. She's never met the man that actually did this to her. Then how did he do it? We don't know, but we already know everything's photoshopped. She's never even talked to him. It's because he roofied me. They either stabbed me with a needle or they slipped something in my drink when I was out of the room. It's that sick. And for you to make fun of a rape victim that's being scammed, how dirty a cops are you? They yell out something about Pete again. Now, I've never met him. I didn't know who he was for a year. A year. Okay? I seen a picture of him on the wall of the courthouse on the day of my divorce. I didn't know who he was. And he's a retired judge with no authority. He's scamming victims by drugging, beating, raping them, and photoshopping in a sextortion scheme like Andrea back up there. But he's worse. He's a rapist. Huh? He's a rapist. All right? Now, I want you to think about that. Then, so Dave told Danny he hired Pete on his own. There's no court order. It wasn't the police. It was Dave's girlfriend's dad and the drug cartel. The main cop over the case already told the lady about a month or two outside Kohl's rollouts for the whole parking lot here. It's a documented medication error that made her sick before. It's also documented another woman was using her insurance before. It's also documented she was framed before. And it's documented it was the drug cartel. So Pete's in the drug cartel. Just like the one in Florida. Human trafficking people. Okay? He's running human trafficking scams off of them. It's a big drug scam. Okay? Now, I don't even know who Pete is. The only Pete I know is my brother in Medina. I've never talked to him. And they were laughing like drunken cats on a bar stool, laughing at me about some stalker framing me, and they thought it was funny. Stop, she don't know. They knew I didn't know. Okay, give me a real reason. I tell them about my brother-in-law, Craig. They offer to take me somewhere and leave me with no money. And I can't do that. I don't have any money to start. Well, we can open an informant program. Okay? With money immunity, even when you tell, you'll always put it back as if it never happened. You can't be legally charged for anything for work in this case, and you have that $5,000 a month to live on. Okay? Admit to no wrongdoing, and I'll take care of everything in the end. But if you try to tell someone, I'll list you crazy. Well, he already said he talked to the Vegas. Like those girls said, we looked it up. He did say he talked to him. And it was already verified by officers. It was him at that church. And he confessed for talking to strangers, repeating his lie. And he also confessed he talked to Dave by his hitman he hired on his own. I'm going to upload this and then I'll do another one.